Welcome back to After Hours. First outdoor pod. New music. Big vibes. So many hitters. Okay, that's what we needed. That was the lighting. So, it's doing the highs. That's the highs of life. Next album, the lows of life, which was odd. It felt like manifestation, but forced manifestation. But I know that's all part of it's like a double negative there. But yeah, it was almost as if he knew it was so good that there was gonna be a repercussion of the highs. And I respect that, because you don't see that, you don't know that until you're in the midst of it. That's tough. And I love the way that Mike was like, yeah, I know people go through way worse stuff. Like, this is a blessing that this is all my demons that I gotta fight on a daily. And pain and suffering is relative to each person. So I rock with that. I'm okay with that. Like, he needs my permission. No, I get what he's feeling, because like that was the big thing for me. It was like knowing that the lows was coming out. I was like, I need this right now. Like, I feel like I'm in a low. And you talk yourself into being in the highs, but like sometimes the lows are just happening. And it was crazy, because like this weekend when it came out, like my boy got croup and an ear infection. So when he gets sick, it brings the house down. And this album comes out, and I was actually frustrated. The first night it was out, I was waiting, because it dropped at 6 p.m., something like that, and I was so excited to listen to it. And Brewer needed me, so I couldn't. And then the next morning got up and like went on a walk and took him with me and listened to the first few songs. And like, yeah, it wasn't the setting vibe that I wanted to listen to this album, but it was everything I needed for those moments. I listened to it one time through and came up with my top 5, which a lot of them are his like singles that he had from it, which are Downtown, Up Again, that came out 2 years ago on my birthday. So he's been working on the lows for a while. Sun Falls PM, it was another single. Good Day, that's been around for a bit. Public, another great one. P Street just dropped a few weeks back. Coastin', Night and the Day version. That was cool that he did that. 2 different versions of a vibe he was on. Oasis, How Many Times. Like, a lot of the hitters from this album were from the singles that he dropped. But fine with that, because it's an artwork as a whole. And like, thank you, Mike, for dropping stuff like throughout working on it. It allowed the continuation of the wave that you're on. So yeah, my favorites: He Said, She Said, Downtown, Up Again, Sun Falls PM, Someone Make It Stop. That one was cool, hearing him talk about where that one came from. All the drama with Foley, all the drama with Johnny Football. Definitely a heater from it. That was one of my favorite lines from the doc too on YouTube, which I'll post that link below. The doc on YouTube was cool. It was a lot of the drama that has been going on with Foley and money he's lost out on, and then on top of that, Johnny Football at the very end. And it was cool. You got to see it like up to the week of release date. P Street, like I said, Skylight, Matching Tattoo. Okay, let me get the rest of these. Coastin', Malibu Breeze, Oasis, How Many Times, Catalog Cabin. A lot of those we've all heard, but as an artwork as a whole, this Lows album has 35 songs and 17 of them are heaters. Yeah, it's hard because I think both albums came at a good point in life, but not picking a favorite here. Talking about both the highs and the lows. Coming back to that song though, Matching Tattoo, man, that I knew there would be one. I knew there would be one that I hadn't heard, that after first time listening through, I probably wouldn't think of it as my favorite. And then you get in the second round, the third round, the fourth round, and then all of a sudden you got one that you keep repeating. Matching Tattoos, that one. That is, find a vibe, get in your vibes, get in your, shit that you don't want to deal with. Put that song on, and you will relate. And it's so lyrically great. It's so melodically great. Like, it is a heater. Love that one. And I'm excited to listen to it more. He's very similar to Morgan Wallen, where you listen to it one time, it was good. You have your favorites, probably most mainstream favorites, and then you keep listening, and then all of a sudden a sleeper comes up, and it's your favorite song that you listen to multiple times that week. And that's just so cool to see. So cool to see the wave that they get on and experience it as a listener. And yeah, I mean, I know that my take on Mike is most likely going to be positive, but I could not make a video. I had to make a video on this album, and there might be another. Who knows? I love getting some of the behind the scenes, hearing about what's going on, because he's a homie. He gets it, and it's cool hearing things he's going through, and then knowing that, like, oh, that's a lot of what I deal with, the same type of drama. And the reason is because you're trying to surround yourself with good people. That's the best part of life, when you find that harmony of all the right people around you, and there's no shock behind it, no shock factor to someone just being bad people. That's the worst feeling in the world, when someone that you thought you could trust drops the ball and just doesn't have the intentions that you thought they were having in your relationship. Yeah, I love the wave he's on. I love that he's putting his creation into music, art that is different than others, that is kind of separates itself, but it's a lot of just personal experience and what he's going through in life, and I'm about that. I'm very much about that. But it's getting dark. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Most important, I love you, and I'm proud of you. Peace.